Hi there. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hope that we are all well. Welcome to our online English class. As I usually say, this is Syed Shamim Hassan, lecturer in English, Nageshwari Women's College. Today I have selected a very important issue or subject for this class. Unit 8, Lesson 1. Open your book, my dear student. Unit 8, Lesson 1. What is the topic of Unit 8? Human rights. Yes. It's a burning question and burning issue of today's world. Throughout the world, nowadays, we are looking in almost all countries, human rights are being violated every day in all corners of this world. Either it may be religious issue or color or whatever else. Human rights. What do you understand human rights? If you think about rights, at the same time, you must think about your responsibility. You must be careful that your rights does not violate others' responsibilities. If I simply explain like this, if I spread out my hand, this is my rights. But at the same time, I have to be careful that it doesn't hit anyone due to spreading my hand. It's my responsibility. So, rights and responsibility are related with each other. As we usually understand that right means whatever I like, I can do. But no, my dear student, at the same time, we have to keep in mind that my rights doesn't affect others in our society. Lesson 1, the title of Lesson 1, are we aware of these rights? 1. From the very beginning of this lesson, by this title, a question has been thrown to us. Are we aware of these rights? What type of rights? Look at the picture. Look at the picture. These are 3 pictures here. What is happening in each picture? What is common in the pictures? Please open your book and carefully look at these pictures. What is common? What is common, my dear student? I can see here that, or we can see that in every pictures, civilians' rights are being violated by armed forces. It's a great violation of human rights to detain or to hurt anyone, especially armless people with the weapon or arms which have been bought by the taxes of the civilians of those countries. If these are human rights violation, write a paragraph on what you mean by human rights. At first, you have to make it clear, or you have to get a clear conception about human rights. And then you can write a paragraph based on human rights violation. So we need to study many articles which are available in our net. If you search in Google, you can get lot of essays on human rights violation. Group work discuss what you would do in the following situation and why. Some of your friends do not agree with you on certain issues. Yes, everyone will agree with me about any opinion or any subject. This is not fair. Someone may differ on my subject, on my belief, but I can't impose my belief or my opinion to others. They have their own beliefs, but they are few in number. Will you impose your own beliefs on them? Why? Why not? Why? Will you impose your own beliefs on them? No, I won't impose my belief on them, because I am respectful to their beliefs, though they may not agree with me. But I must be respectful to others' belief. I can't bound anyone to agree with me. This is not fair. Some people tell you that they do not like what you are doing. Will you force them to keep silent as you are very powerful? Why? Why not? Some people tell me that they don't like what I am doing or what you are doing. So, will you force them to keep silent as you are very powerful? No. This is not also fair. Though I am powerful, but I can't force them, because that's their right. That's their right not to like what I am doing. But I will also be careful about my liking or disliking. Whatever it may be, someone may not like what I am doing, but I like it. It may be good, or it may be helpful to others. He, she, or they, someone may not like my work, my job. But on the other hand, some people are there, they like me, or they congratulate me what I am doing. Some people dominate others who belong to different gender or race or cultural identity. Do you support them? Why? Why not? Some people dominate others who belong to different gender or race or cultural identity. Do you support them? No, I don't support them. We have to keep in mind, what is variety? Variety is bad? No, of course not. In a variety, or variety combines with many differences. It may be gender, race, or cultural identity. So, we are telling that we have to respect others' culture, others' identity, others' religion. To keep peace in our society, we have to go ahead with all these differences, with all these cultural differences, with all these identities, with all these religions. We won't ways in any clash, especially sometimes today's world we see that in culture or in religion, in these two fields, those clashes which we usually see that are found in these two fields. There are other fields, but especially these two fields, culture and religion. As you saw at first, the first picture, this picture is Israeli occupation in Palestinian land. Not only you, but from our early years, we have been seeing or watching the news on TV about the Israeli forces torture on Palestinian, which is going on for years and years. Number 3, answer the following questions. What is the equivalent expression for human rights in Bangla? What is the equivalent expression for human rights in Bangla? What is? Manobadhikar. As we usually say, Manobadhikar. And every time in our country, many NGOs and many social welfare organizations always arrange such program based on this topic, well-known topics, human rights. B. How are the following words related to human rights? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. What is the meaning of freedom of speech? What do you understand by this word? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is one kind of human right. Freedom of speech is one kind of human right. A man has the right to say about his own feelings or view about anything. This is called freedom of speech. We must ensure this freedom of speech. Number 2, freedom of belief. Everyone has his own beliefs. He sometimes performs his activities by his own beliefs, so he has the freedom of belief. Freedom of press. Press has the freedom to express the real view and matters, which we considered the mirror of a society or a pillar of a country, especially democratic country. Freedom of press. Like this right to education, right to food, right to safe shelter, activism, protection, violation. All these are related to human rights. These rights we have to ensure for a peaceful society or democratic society. Do you know what rights men, women and children have as human beings? This is a difficult question for us. What do you know? What rights men, women and children have as human beings? If we consider this, we have to consider our family members. Those are women, children. As a guardian of my family, can I ensure the rights of the women or children in my family? I have to think it. Make a list. If you don't know, imagine what the rights may include. What the rights may include. You can write whatever you think about the rights of men, women and children. You may write it and make a list. Here's, I can give you some hints so that you can add more rights to express your opinion. Number one, if we write like this, it has the right to get proper education. Sorry, he has the right to get proper education. He has the right to get food. He has the right to get shelter. He has also the right of protection. Like this, you may find out other rights of men, women and children. Number 4, fill in the gap in the following article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights with appropriate words from the box below. One is done for you. Article 1, all human beings are born free and equal, gap or dash, dignity and rights. What will be there? Think carefully. All human beings are born free and equal. If we write down to dignity and rights like this, all human are born free and equal dash dignity and rights. Dignity and rights. What will be there, my dear student? Two. All human are born free and equal to dignity and rights. They are endowed dash reason dash conscience and dash act towards one dash in the spirit dash brotherhood. So what you have to do? You have to fill the blank with appropriate word. So look at your book, and here we are doing they are endowed with reasons and conscience and should should act towards one another in the spirit of brotherhood. Like this, we can fill up the rest activities in Article 2. You must try at your home. Article 5, read the text in column A and match them with column B in your book. Column A and column B. There are so much sentences in column A and column B in a jumbled illustration. These are incomplete sentence, and you must choose rest of the sentence from column B and then make a complete sentence. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. For you, I am discussing from column A, number 1. No one should be held in slavery or servitude. With this, which one from column B we can choose? Number 9. We can choose number 9. If we choose number 9, we can complete the sentence. No one should be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Here are 9 sentences. One I have discussed, but rest of 8 you will try at your home. If you find any difficulties to make these sentences or grammatical portion of this lesson, you may contact with me personally, or you may put your opinion in comment box. My dear student, we have discussed Unit 8, Lesson 1. Though it's a brief discussion, I know that we have opportunity to elaborate our discussion on human rights. For the time limitation, we can't discuss it elaborately. I think when you read at your home these topics of your book, you can imagine that what rights should be listed or what rights should be discussed more in this book or in our lecture. Then you can fully understand, or you will be conscious about human rights and responsibilities. Thank you to all.